Hello everyone. Welcome back again in part 4 of rotational dynamics. This is me Tushar Monkar welcoming you all on behalf of Catch 25 Science Academy. So we have already completed with 3 parts. If you have not watched those, please go ahead in this playlist and watch those first because those are introductory part. Once you understand introduction then and then only we can move ahead. Currently the topic that we are gonna see is known as vertical circular motion. Okay, so how does vertical circular motion looks like? It's like you are holding a string and you are creating a circle, but instead of over your head you are doing it in front of you. So when you see this particular circle it will look like this. Now in the vertical circular motion I need you to remember only few concepts, and that is tension in the string. Okay, so these are the concepts that you need to remember. If you remember only these concepts, that would be more than enough. First thing that you need to remember is tension at all point, then velocities, then I want you to remember energies, but energy is gonna remain same. Okay, and then after that you need to remember tension, velocities, energies, and difference in tension. That is more than enough. So if you remember these three things now, that will be sufficient for you to understand vertical circular motion. So in vertical circular motion, first thing that we need to remember is tensions. So we are going to focus on three major points. First point will be at the bottom, second will be at the top, and the third way is the midway point. See, this is not middle point. If I say middle, this will be the middle point. I'm talking about midway, तो रास्ते के बीच में आने वाला point. Okay, what about the tensions का value? So if we consider this as a center point and you have a rope from center to this particular location, then the tension will be developed in the rope. Tension always is towards the center, or tension always tries to pulls the object. So let's say this is the direction of tension at the bottom position. Okay, so this is tension at bottom. Now this is balanced by weight of the element, that is mg, and not only that, to balance it there will be also presence of centrifugal force. Okay, so you could say that tension at the bottom point will be actually addition of mv square by r plus mg, where this v is actually velocity at the bottom point. Okay, so you could also write it as velocity at the bottom as vb. Next, if we see the tension at midway point, let us consider the rope is now like this, and then you have mg in the downward direction because weight will be always in the downward direction. Then in order to balance the tension that is inward, okay, so tension is inward like this, tension at let's say midway point tm, there is presence of centrifugal force in the outward direction. So let's call it as mvm. Vm stands for speed at midway position. So you will get tension at midway position exactly equals to mv square by r. Using the same analogy, we can also find out tension at the topmost point. So weight will always be in the downward direction, so that will be mg. Centrifugal force will be in the outward direction, so that will be mv t square by r. And is there anything else? Yes, tension towards the center, so t. So you could write that tension at the top will be equals to mvt square by r minus mg. Why minus? Because as you can see, these two are opposing this. Okay, so if I can write them, this will be tt plus mg equals to mv square by r. Therefore tt mg वो साइड जाके क्या होने वाला है? Minus. So that's how you get these three equations. Do you need to remember them? Yes. What about this velocities at 3 points? So velocity at the bottom will be maximum. It is given by root phi rg. Velocity at midway position will be medium, which is 3 rg, root 3 rg. And velocity at the top point will be equals to root rg. Apart from these velocities and tension, I want you to remember total energy at every point will be phi by 2 magar. Okay, so at any point on vertical circle you get total energy as 5 by 2 magar. That means conservation of energy principle is playing role. That is, total energy always remains constant. Now if they ask you to find out tension between bottom point and top point, because bottom point ka tension will be maximum, so you can easily find out TB minus TT. So tension at the bottom is more, tension at the top will be very less. So you could solve them to get the final answer as 6 mg. So you could also remember this as a shortcut. Now since we are done with the basic theory that you require, we will move on to solve sums. The first sum that we are solving is this. A body of mass 10 kg is suspended from a string 1 meter long. So the length now will behave as a radius. So L equals to R. It is rotated in vertical circle. This is your hint of vertical circular motion. What is the tension in the string when it is horizontal? Horizontal means midway position, correct? And at midway position, the tension will be mv square by r. This is why the concept is required. So you could write that T will be mv square by r. Anything else they have provided? Speed, obvio. So they have provided v, which is 2 meter per second. Now you could easily solve this particular question because you have v, you have also mass, and you have r. So we can put tension में m के जगह 1, v 2 का square upon r as 1. So the correct answer is 4 Newton. I know it is very easy, but some students still find it very difficult to solve when this same question is asked in the exam. Okay, so because of that, you need to focus more on your concepts. Next question. One end of the string of length 2 meter, again, so this is L equals to R equals to 2 meter. It's tied to the body of mass 0.5 kg, so M is given over here. The other end is tied to a small nail on a small vertical board. What is the minimum speed should be given? So that means they are asking us for V minimum, okay, at the lowermost point, that means bottom point, right? So indirectly they want us to calculate velocity at the bottom. It's quite easy question now that you have this. So velocity at bottom equals to under root of 5 rg. Already told you. So this will be 5, r ka value 2 into g ka value 10. This will create root 100, so the correct answer will be 10. Again, very easy question, but what you need to remember? Velocities. Also, velocities are independent of mass of the bob or mass of the object that you are whirling. So if we are talking about velocities, see, there is no consideration of mass. So even if I want to whirl 10 kg ka object or 12 kg ka object, that doesn't matter. Apart from that, I also want you to remember one important thing, that is energy depends on mass, correct? Because if you remember the formula of total energy, it is 5 by 2 mgr, okay? So energy actually depends on mass. So ऐसा बोल के नहीं चलेगा कि mass के ऊपर कुछ depend ही नहीं है. Velocities are independent of mass, but energies, they do depend on mass. Next, a bucket containing water is tied to one end of the rope of length 2.5 meter. Okay. Again, length of the rope act as a radius. So 2.5 meter is rotated about the other end in a vertical circle. What should be the minimum velocity of the bucket at the highest point so that the water in the bucket will not spill? Obvio na, bucket hai, bucket topmost point pe there is maximum chance of water getting spill. You don't want that. That is why you need minimum speed at the top. So at the top they are talking about, so at the top velocity is root rg. Khatam question. R is 2.5, G is 10. So that will be root 25, which is nothing but 5 meter per second. Okay. Now, like almost all the questions are of this level only. But there are some questions which are a little bit modified or twisted. So we are gonna see such kind of questions too. Like this question, for example. It goes like this. A can is filled with water, is revolved in a vertical circle of radius 4 meter. Okay. So this time they have directly provided us a radius. And the water just does not fall down. And where is the chance of water getting spilled? Top. So that means our situation or our object is currently at top position. The time period of revolution of the can is approximately equals to. So they want us to find out time period. Okay. So let us try to calculate time period right now. And how can we calculate time period? So in order to find out time period, it will go like this. Okay. First thing that we need to do is we need to consider the formula of time period. Okay. And the basic and most simplest formula of time period that I could think of is this. So time period is distance upon speed. So distance is 2 pi r and the speed at the top position is root rg. So now we just need to substitute the data, or we could modify it further. How? So we can do it like this. We can take r inside the square root. Okay, but this will confuse you more. So this is more suitable actually. Let's take everything inside the square root. So if I want to take this 2 pi r inside the square root, uska square ho jayega. So over here it will happen 2 ka square 4, pi ka pi square, r ka r square upon rg was already present. See what I did, I took everything and shove it inside the square root. That is why we get the square of the term. So r will get cancelled. So what do we get? We get 4 inside pi square is approximately 10. R ka value is given as 4 and g ka value is 10. So as you can see, now the question becomes easy and the answer is 4 seconds. Let's move on to the next question. A bucket full of water is revolved in a vertical circle of radius 1 meter. What is the minimum frequency? Okay, so they want us to find out frequency, that is n. Radius is given as 1 meter to prevent the water from falling down. How can I solve it? So I can use the simple concept. Same again, falling down. So that means the velocity that we need to concern is at the top, because there is spilling ka chance at the top only. So we could actually use the concept of V equals to root Rg. But V is also given as R omega and omega is given as 2 pi n. Yes guys, you understood it correctly. Why I'm writing it in terms of n? Because n is what we want. So जो चाहिए उसके terms में लेके आओ, then equate these two things. So we get r 2 pi n equals to root rg. Okay, we could also do square root, or we could solve it in as easy as that. To n will be under root of rg upon 2 pi r. Let's put data. So that will be r के जगह 1, g के जगह 10, 2 into pi into r का जगह 1. So this is root 10 upon 2 pi. So this is correct answer, that is option A. Let's move on with the next question, and this will be the last question of this particular topic. The question goes like this. A stone of mass m is tied to a string of length L and moved in a vertical circle at the rate of n revolutions. Okay, so n revolutions per minute. The tension in the string when it is at the lowest point. So they want us to find out tension at the bottom. If you recall, I taught you some formulas of tension, correct? So tension at the bottom by that particular formula is mv square by r plus mg, correct? Where this v is velocity at the bottom. But as you can see, they have not provided the data in terms of v. Instead, they want data in terms of n. So I'm gonna write v as r omega, and instead of omega, you're gonna write 2 pi n. But as you can see over here, the n is nothing but revolution per minute, and that means it is not SI unit. Hence, I need to write this n in SI unit, hence upon 60 aayega. So now, once you understood this concept, what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna put this particular V over here. So now your tension at B will be equals to M. Instead of V, I'm gonna write R 2 pi n upon 60 ka square upon R plus mg. So this will be M. This will be R square, 2 ka square, 4 pi square, n square upon 60 ka square will be 3600 upon there is R into plus mg. Okay, now see the cancellation. You can cancel 1 r, so that can be cancelled. Then 4 ones are, and this one will be 900. I can clearly see that this will be the answer, but still let us modify it further. So I will get tension at bottom will be equals to m n square pi square r upon 900 plus mg. So in the next step, you can take m common, and you get g plus n square pi square r upon 900 as final answer. So C is the final answer. That's it for this particular video. I hope you have enjoyed it. Let's meet in the next video with more fun concept. Bye till then. Don't forget to like our channel.